to take charge and to take control. If you do not take charge and take control of your emotions, somebody else will. And it may be someone you don't like. It may be the devil. Have you heard people who have done terrible things before and they blamed it on the devil? When we refuse to take responsibility for our emotions and our thoughts, that is what happens. We end up doing things that we never even thought that we would do. Back to our main story. Attitude is not a gift, it's a choice. Staying negative or staying positive is a choice. Remember also that not making a choice is a choice. If you don't choose to be positive, you have chosen to be negative. You have to deliberately and consciously make up your mind. I am going to be positive. I tell people sometimes that I am an incurable optimist. I've just made up my mind. Whichever way it turns, it's going to work in my favor. I don't believe in luck. I believe in creating my own luck by aligning with the principles that God has put in our world. That's it. If you're positive, things will be positive. Things will work out well for you. If you're negative, you attract the wrong circumstances and people into your life. Well, this attitude issue is all about you and I unleashing God's power in our lives to become more effective than we have ever been, to develop our capacity for success. I thank you for being a part of Success Power's broadcast today. I'll be back after this break.
Success Power.
Have you ever wondered why many countries that attained independence from their colonial masters are still impoverished after many decades? Have you ever wondered why some individuals and even whole nations are locked in a cycle of failure and underdevelopment? Answers to these and many more questions are available in the book The Second Revolution by Sam Adeyemi, an insightful teacher and author. In the book The Second Revolution, you will discover 1. How to break free from the mindset of slavery and embrace freedom. 2. How slavery and colonialism breed victim mentality, poverty, mediocrity, and irresponsibility. 3. How to lead your nation to freedom. To purchase a copy of this book, The Second Revolution, in Nigeria, call 0808-4444-466 or 0805-44-54466. In Europe, call 440-20-888-76771 or www.successpower.tv. The Second Revolution by Sam Adeyemi. Key to radical transformation and success.
Success Power.
This is Success Power. We've been discussing the topic attitude. We call it the big word. Makes a difference between those who succeed and those who fail. That big word, attitude. Okay. Now, we began with your attitude to yourself. But remember, you love your neighbor as you love yourself. So now let's talk about your attitude towards others. Very important. If you are not positive as a person, then it's not likely that you will be positive in your relationships with other people. And this is where attitude becomes even more critical. That it is difficult for you to cultivate rich, prosperous, enriching relationships with other people if you're negative. If you're the one person who keeps running other people down, you run yourself down, then you run other people down, you run their dreams down, you find what's wrong with them, or if you're always murmuring, you're complaining, you're unduly critical, you know what? It's difficult for people to hang around somebody who is that negative. Sometimes, when two negative people get together, they may be very encouraging to one another. I know that. And the encouragement is in a negative sense, okay? But it just means that they understand each other so well, their conversation and communication will flow very well. However, for most people, having someone around who's always griping, who's always nagging, who's always murmuring and complaining, who's always sad and depressed, it's like carrying baggage. Okay, carrying unnecessary weight. People tend to avoid people like that. When you are positive, in your attitude towards other people, you won't lack friends. You will have relationships that will be enriching, beneficial, okay, and deeply satisfying. Now, the key to unlocking people's hearts and to being positive towards people is love. You've got to love people genuinely. Genuinely. And to do that, my encouragement is that you see them through God's eyes. See people the way God sees them. You know the mistake that we make a lot of the time. We judge people by their circumstances, by whether they have money or they don't have money, they're successful academically or not, they're successful in their career or not successful with their career, okay, they have a big house, they have good clothes and so on. Yet, the true value of a human being is not in those material or external factors. We need to love people for who they are. We need to realize every human being is an extension of God. And we need to be good to people. You know what? People are important. They're the most valuable assets that God put on our planet. We need to treat people with respect. Treat people good. There will be no limit to our capacity for success when we have a positive attitude towards other people. In my notes here, I have noted that it is important for us to genuinely care for people. See, if you want to build a good relationship with someone and you want to be positive, you need to prefer them. You need to believe that they matter, that they are important. And you need to try to make them feel important. Make them feel good about themselves. You would have observed by now that our world is largely negative. You don't need to work hard to find people who will run you down, but to find people who will encourage you and who will genuinely care for you. Now that's the one that is rare. So when people find that one person who will believe in them, tell them you can make it. Tell them carry on. Encourage them to go for their goals and for their dreams. I'm telling you, people will do anything to hang around you. So we need to learn to care for people genuinely, develop the capacity to feel for them, empathize with them, be sensitive to their feelings, to what they like and what they don't like. But our objective is we want to leave them feeling positive about themselves at the end of the day. Once we're out like that to give, to add value to people's lives, I'm telling you, they will turn around to bless us in phenomenal ways. Okay? Talk about Joseph in the Bible. I just love his story. A young man who was sold into slavery, was taken into a foreign country, was taken to the market, was traded, they bargained over his head. He was bought by a top military officer. Something went wrong. He eventually landed in jail. How he got out of jail is the big story. That's the big deal. One day, he woke up in the morning and saw fellow prisoners looking sad and looking depressed. And he asked them, why are you guys looking sad? They said, we had dreams. Each of us had dreams over the night The first person told his dream, the second person told his dream,